Merry meet. Hello, I am Merrie the Magickal Maeven, and I'm standing in the Pure Essence Wellness Center on 8th Street in Traverse City. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a plant, chicory. Plants, they can help us on so many levels. Physical level, so we're going to talk about the health benefits of chicory, but also on the metaphysical level. So we've got um, the magic as well, because you know me, we have the magic. So we're going to get into the physical and the metaphysical. I've got my notes. Speaking of notes, you can get notes from me if you don't feel like taking notes yourself. No worries. My email address is down below. Let me know you want the chicory cheat sheet. I'll get that to you, or just send me a direct message with your email so I can send it to you. So let's get started. Chicory, you've probably seen it. Maybe you didn't even know what it was. Some people think it's a weed, but a lot of weeds really are herbs that can help us. So you'll see it on the side of the roads. And I will say, sometimes they get mowed down. You know what I mean? Like, so when you see them and you want to collect them, you might want to grab them right away, just because if you wait too long, I forget what they're called, but the person that comes and mows down the grass on the side of the road in case you break down, which is great, but you might miss out on the chicory. So you might know it by another name, succory, wild cherry, or wild succory. I've only ever known it by chicory. Now, before we get too far, let's talk about possible side effects and allergies, as this is a plant. Just because something comes from Mother Nature doesn't mean it's always good for everybody, and it might not be right for you. So possible side effects, there could be gas, bloating, abdominal pain, belching. Not great for parties, obviously. If you have an allergy to ragweed or birch pollen, you might want to avoid chicory because you could possibly have side effects. So an allergic reaction to chicory would be like pain, swelling, or tingling in the mouth. So when in doubt, ask your doctor. Okay, so if you can use chicory, here are the health benefits. So it's got a lot of nutritional value, used medicinally, including preventing liver damage, antioxidant properties, great for the digestive function. It can help produce the production of bile with a B, and that helps your digestive system. So it's going to help with other conditions like preventing parasites. I certainly hope you don't have any of those. And bacterial infections. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Going to help with sinus infections, as well as preventing fungal growth, which can be on the skin or within the body. Page 2. So a lot of times chicory has been used as a tonic, using the root. And because of chicory grows, it might be a bear to get the plant out of that gravelly, rocky soil, but it's going to be worth it. It strengthens the organs and obviously the digestive system. Here's the thing, when it comes to something natural, it can take time to work. So please give it enough time so your body has time to adjust. Because we're so used to instant gratification, and this is just going to be a little more natural to you. It can help be great for your complexion. It's also used as a coffee substitute. You can use the flowers in your tea. That's supposed to help your skin, your complexion. And you can again check with your doctor, but to help with your skin, it's recommended that you drink a cup a day. The flowers are also a sedative, so if you're going to drink it every day, probably at nighttime. It is also a diuretic, So if you're already taking a diuretic, again, check with your doctor. It's probably not good for you to double up on that. Good for treating nervous disorders. And here's how you make your coffee. You can either use, just like your dandelion roots, washing the roots carefully, put them in a cake pan, like a cookie sheet, place it in the oven for at like 100 to 200 degrees for up to 4 hours. You're going to want to turn them periodically to make sure that they dry evenly. You can grind them up immediately or just leave them and grind them up as you go. And you can mix it half and half with your regular coffee. So magically, chicory is it has the energy that's masculine. Doesn't mean that only someone assigned male at birth can use chicory. It just means it has that more projective energy. On the planet is the sun, which makes sense because if you notice the flowers, so many petals. So any flower that has a bunch of petals is usually associated with the sun. The element is air, which makes perfect sense because of that blue color. We think of the blue skies. Helps magically removing obstacles, invisibility, getting favors, and being frugal. So a little more about that. So removing obstacles that might crop up in your life. So the idea is that if you carry it on your person, it's going to help keep those blockages from even happening, or if you already have them, use chicory to disperse them. It's according to the Lord, supposed to help make you invisible and open locks. So not so sure about that because you're supposed to have a gold knife. Everybody has a gold knife, right? And you're supposed to go out at midnight and gather your chicory at midnight on midsummer. Well, okay. I have a feeling that part of the lore is because it doesn't actually make you invisible. So the opening locks, that again goes back to removing obstacles, right? Making you invisible. I would use chicory for times that maybe you want to have a quiet time and not making you invisible, but not as seen. Maybe you need to take some time for yourself. Maybe you need time for introspection. Maybe you need time to just kind of think and not be bothered and bombarded by what's going on in the world. So that would be to make you invisible. So if you, according to the lore, if you eat with chicory juice, you're supposed to get from people. I would imagine that if you anointed your body with chicory juice, the people would just give you whatever you ask for, just to make you go away. Myself, it's supposed to be carried to promote frugality. So if you need to like rein yourself in a little bit, and if you can also burn incense to help you with your intuition if you are doing some sort of divination, and if you are recovering from a breakup, and then you can carry chicory on you with some other herbs, maybe like if you have honeysuckle, that's another one you can carry with you to help get over those past relationships. So there we go. We got the tea, we've got the magic, we got it all. So I want to hear from you. How do you use chicory? Have you used it before, and what was your success rate? If any of these didn't make sense, let me know that too. If you have any questions, just comment down below. And to get the notes, just remember my email address is down below, or you can send me a direct message. I'll get that to you right away. And until the next video, I say Merry part. I'm Merrie the Magickal Maeven, and blessed be.